Hey you guys, I'm here today to do a video for you, and the theme of this video is simply going to be a Reiki session, an energy healing session. And even though I may not be chatting like I normally do and sharing information or personal experiences with you, I still will share with you guys, but I want to be more focused on my task at hand, which will be sending you guys energy. So without further ado, I'm going to go ahead and just jump right into it. And I've already lit a candle, and the intention that I'm setting for this candle is that this Reiki session, that even though I do my actions differently than others, and that this Reiki session is not going to be carried out in the traditional way. And of course, with all of my magic and spell work, I add my own spin to it. I just want you guys to know that the energy I'm sending you is deep within my heart, that I have pulled up, and I've done so by grounding, cleansing, and through my own personal healing, which took place simply last night. And that healing didn't even take place in a traditional way, but all that matters is that it took place. And I just feel the need, I feel the urge to share my energy with you guys, the energy that I have acquired through my personal healing. I just feel that it's only right to share it with you guys, and that's the intention that I chose to set. If you would like to set your own intention, just look at the flame, speak your words aloud, think your words, and as simple as that. And so it shall be. I've only brought a few tools with me to use because, as you guys know, any type of energy healing is just that. You're working with energy. You don't need a lot of tools or ingredients to assist you, because you are the tool. You have the ingredients. You are pulling from within. And I'm simply going to cleanse our space really quickly. And I suggest you always cleanse your space before any type of work that you do. I think it's a good idea to cleanse your space daily, just to be on the safe side, whether it's your home, your workplace, your automobile, your favorite chair that you sit in to watch TV, at your desk, by your laptop, when you sit in the floor like I'm doing to meditate, your bedroom, your messy, messy bedroom. This is just a simple sign of healing and of protection that tied into it. And now I want to go ahead and start our session. And you know, like I've said so many times before, I'm struggling with the incense if you're wondering. Like I've said so many times before, there's no right way, there's no wrong way. And there's your way, there's my way, that's our way, and that's the right way, you guys. And this is just some moon water that I made into gem elixir. And things that I like to do before I begin a Reiki session, and like I said, this isn't the typical Reiki session, make it your own. But I always I cleanse and I ground and I meditate, and first and foremost I wash my hands, because this is your point of energy. I wash my hands and then I anoint my hands with essential oil, and this is juniper oil. And I also anoint my wand. But another thing that I often do when I'm doing energy sessions is I do them barefooted, or I do them sitting on the floor or on the ground if I'm outside. And like now, I'm going to pull my socks off and I'm going to do this one barefooted. And as I anoint my hands, I'm going to also anoint my wand, and I'm going to anoint my feet. And I don't know if you guys have done that before or even heard of it, but it's just something that my grandmother taught me, and it just always stuck with me, and it's always helped me. And like I said, if you find your way and that way works for you, then please, by all means, that's the way that you should work. You will feel it from your heart. You will. And when you feel it, you will know. You will know. The next thing I do is, normally I sit on my butt and I cross my legs. It's just a more comfortable spot, and your chakras are aligned. But if you need to get up and move around, if the person is physically there, but this is going to be by proxy, of course, but if the person is physically there and they're laid out on the bed, the table, the floor, of course you've got to move around. But if you're going to do something for yourself, sit down on the floor on your butt and cross your legs, sit in front of the mirror. And that's a good one, because the mirror, it reflects, and that's also a reflection of your energy. And anything that is reflected is also amplified, so just keep that in mind. Another thing that I do is I anoint my wand, as you can see, and this is fluorite. Fluorite's very healing, a spiritual healer at that. And if you want to use symbols, you can use traditional Reiki symbols. You can use sigils that you have found online. You can create your own. And I do often use the traditional symbols, but a lot of times I use my own personal sigils that I have created, because they have more meaning to me. And as I create them, as I draw them, I'm manifesting that intention, that's desired, that's needed. And, anything that you do on your own, anything that you do from within your heart, it always works so much better, so much faster, so much stronger. And you guys know this. But, another thing that I do is, if I have my rings on, I will remove my rings, my necklaces. It depends on the person I'm doing the Reiki for or to. It depends on the situation. It depends on the jewelry, because, some people, they'll give you a piece of jewelry, and a part of their energy is forever attached to that. And if you've had a bad experience, or if that energy attached has nothing to do with what you're trying to accomplish with your client, I just say remove it. And if you're unsure, just remove it. And the reason for this is, of course, healing. And it's a by proxy session. And as I start, I'm just going to loosen up any negativity that may have become clogged, stagnant, and I'm just going to pull that out. But like I've said, I may not do things in the traditional way, but I promise I work from the heart. And everything that I do and all energy that I send, it is sent with love and good intentions. And that I swear to you by the goddess. I just wanted to put that out there, you guys. But you make it your own, and that's simply what I do. And last night I had what you could call a breakthrough. I received some healing, some past trauma that occurred to me when I was a child. Um, I'm not going to go into detail, but I will tell you this. It was associated with sexual abuse. And this healing, it was unintentional healing. It wasn't done in the traditional way as well, but it was just me and someone that I love very much, and that I share things with. I was sharing with this person, and I don't know why I chose to share this specific detail of my life, but it just bubbled up in me all day yesterday. This thing that happened to me was playing so heavy on my mind and heart, and I know what it was. I had bottled it up, and if you don't let it out, it will explode, even after many, many years. And that is what was about to happen with me. I know that. And I'm very, I'm not always very confident in myself. And I've just recently learned to love myself again in full. I've recently found the old me, and I've recently began to love her again. And since doing that, I feel so much better, you guys. And I'm telling you, I'm sending you the love that I have found for myself again. I'm sending you for, sometimes it's hard for me to find the words. I'm sending you this for the reason of you finding yourself, whether you forgot how to love yourself, whether you have began to doubt yourself, whether you have just simply started letting hate and anger and things like that just build up in you, and that's what you feel toward the world. And in doing so, you're letting those emotions reflect back on you. And you may be putting that out there, but let me tell you guys, everything that you put out there into the universe, you get that back. Just like when you look in the mirror and you talk to yourself, of course you hear it. You hear it crystal clear because it's a reflection of you, and what you're putting out there is coming right back to you. And that's the same thing with the emotions and the energies that you put out into the world. So what I'm hoping to accomplish for you guys today is I'm sending you love. I'm sending you self-love. I'm sending you inner peace. And I'm sending you the happiness that you deserve. And all of that is deep within you. We just tend to forget. We forget what we are made of. We forget what we contain. We forget what we're capable of. And let me tell you, one of the hardest things to do is to love yourself. And if you can reach down deep and reach in there through all the past pain, the past trauma, the negative things, the doubt, the feeling of worthlessness, the self-esteem that you lost along the way, if you can reach in there deep enough to find that love once again, and you can pull it out and you can put it out there and you can put it into the universe, it's going to come right back to you, because don't forget, the goddess, she created everything physical, spiritual, emotional, mental, everything is created in a simple round circle. And if you think about it, our goddess isn't simple minded. She is brilliant because such a simple symbol, a circle, is such a magnificent symbol, the symbol of life, the symbol of the beginning, the symbol of, you know, the beginning, the whole entire aspect of life that happens within that circle, the beginning and everything that goes on before you get to the end. And just think, once you get to the end, once, as you would say, you die, your body leaves. Once you get to the end, where are you? You're back at the beginning and you start again. So that, my friends, shows me that reincarnation is real, and that, and I know this is a whole different topic, but it all, intertwines together, that the beginning, the middle, and the end. And then again, the beginning, the middle, and the end. It never actually ends, it just continues in a circle. And that circle serves us in so many ways. That circle serves us in life in so many ways. It contains everything within that is associated with us, with our life, what we need, what we want, what we deserve. And that circle is also a sign of protection. That circle provides protection. That circle is a simple shape, but it's not a shape that we can't create. It's not a shape that we can't draw or make. That simple shape says it all. And just like energy, energy never dies, it just continues. It goes on and on and on. Therefore, any energy that I send to you today, you can receive it now, tomorrow, next week, next month, next year. Simply turn this video on. Simply sit down and think about this little chat that we had. Just think of the images that you have seen. Think of the sound of my voice explaining the whole, story of the circle. Just think. And, you have the key to everything, and that's in your mind. You can remember past trauma, and it may be something you don't want to remember, but when you remember it and you let it surface, yes, you're going to feel pain. You're going to shed tears. You're going to feel as if, you're having a panic attack. You're going to feel anxiety. You're going to feel like you're on the verge of just losing your shit. And if you do, that is okay. If you cry, fine, cry. If you scream, scream. If you throw something, throw something. Just don't hit nobody. Hit the wall. But you do those things because you're human, for one, and when you let pain, any pain, especially past pain, resurface, you're going to experience what comes along with pain. And that's the emotions, that's the physical aspect. You're gonna feel all that, and you're supposed to. That's key in any shadow work that you do. But even in this energy work, this simple little Reiki session that we're doing today, that is key in it. And once you let that energy bubble up, bubble up, bubble up, and surface until it just explodes, think about it. Once it explodes, where does it go? It goes out. It's no longer trapped within you. It's released into the universe. And the goddess, again, is so brilliant that she makes it possible for any energy, especially negative energy, that the universe is a big sponge. It just soaks it up. The earth is just a big sponge. It soaks it up. And whenever she wrings that sponge out, what comes out? Not that old dirty water that she used to clean up our negative energy. No, 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 no. What comes out is clean, positive energy. It's it's anew. Why would she take and clean up something old and nasty and hurtful just to wring it out and put it back into the universe? That would be pointless. And besides, she loves us. She wants us happy. She wants us to be fulfilled. And she wants us to stay on the course. And the course is to evolve. And part of evolving is doing your Reiki, doing your energy sessions, cleansing, grounding. She gives us the knowledge. She gives us the tools, and she gives us the magic. She gives us the power. And the thing about it is it's always with us. We can't lose it. We can't misplace it because it's deep down inside where it can't be lost. Sometimes we may forget, and sometimes we may let other things pile on top of it. But just like I did last night with my dear, dear friend, don't get me started because I'm like a teenager and I'm just mushy in love. But when you love someone, they make you feel good and they make you happy. And that is what the goddess wants. She wants us to feel happiness. She wants us to experience love. And in order to do that, we have to release the past. We have to let all this negative energy bubble up until it explodes. But then once it explodes, it's out of us. It's out there to become recycled. And just like I told you of the circle, it's starting back over, just like everything does, including us, including our energy, including, you know, things from the past, things from the present, things from the future. And that's what I wanted to share with you guys today. I wanted to share with you the knowledge that it's all one big circle, that all the energy, everything in the universe is one big circle. And you have everything you need to accomplish everything that you deserve. And you deserve to be happy. And I have nothing but love for you guys, and I just want to remind you, if you believe, you will receive. Much love, you guys. Bye-bye.